Hey guys, I'm pretty tired, but for some reason that always seems to be the time that I feel like doing these. It always seems like a good idea to. I always feel like talking when I'm tired, even though that's probably when I do my worst videos. But whatever. I mean, I got two movies here I want to talk about. I figure I'd put them both in one video because I don't have much to say about them for some reason. Even though I'm sure there's lots to be said about both of them. But I figure since I'm tired, I'm going to be incoherent here, and I don't have much to say. Then I guess that'll make the video longer, and it'll seem like I said something, even though I didn't. Um, Anyways, I just wasted 40 seconds there saying nothing. Let's see how long I can go here. But the movies are Legion and The Square, and you've probably heard of Legion. You've probably seen the trailer for Legion, where it shows a grandma in a diner, and she says some filthy shit, and she like turns out demon like and starts like walking on the ceiling, and they shoot her down. Uh, and like I think there's like they show in the trailer the scene with the ice cream man with like the long spider like limbs. Um, and like those are like two of the cooler scenes in the movie, and the movie did get knocked for sucking, and those being the only good scenes in it. Um, it's kind of hard to argue with people that say it sucks. I, I wanted to see it, one, because I thought that trailer was cool. Two, because they played a commercial for it at my work like every 30 seconds back in like January or something, like right before it came out. Uh, and we just like always laughed at how stupid and corny the commercial was. Like you have Dennis Quaid going, "Anyone mind tell me what we're fighting here?" And someone's like, "Angels." That would play every like 30 seconds at our work, and we'd crack up about it. Um, and then also like I seem to remember Rambo Raff on his old account, which was just Rambo Raff instead of Rambo Raff for life. Um, I seem to remember him like being like, "I don't get why this movie was shit on." Well, I do get why this movie was shit on, but I'm sort of in the same boat as him where I was like, I don't know, that was a decent like hour and a half. You'll forget it, within a week, and it's been almost a week since I've seen it, but it was it's a bad movie. It's a poorly thought out movie with some cool scenes or like just cool like little ideas like the crazy grandma or the ice cream man guy that don't even make like a lot of it just doesn't make sense. Like really like if you like put any part of the plot under scrutiny it's stupid. But anyways, it's like about the end of the world. Um, I think it's it's been a while since I've seen Dogma, but there's some like sort of connection there. Basically God. I hope I don't ruin anything with this, but the you kind of have to ruin it to talk about it, and you're not really ruining much. It's a stupid movie, but God decides that he's lost faith in humanity. They don't say why, but I mean, pick your reason. There's plenty of reasons, and so he sends his two top angels, Michael and Gabriel, to go and or all his angels, but those are like the leaders, I guess. I don't know my Bible to go kill humanity, like wipe out the world. Um, but Michael, played by Paul Bettany, I think was his name. I got the IMDb here somewhere. Um, he's he plays Michael, the angel Michael, and he decides that he hasn't lost faith in humanity. He still has faith in humanity, and there's actually a nice little speech where he kind of explains why. So he decides to go rogue and defend the last hope for humanity, which just so happens to be this pregnant chick in a diner. Uh, you know, her son is gonna somehow save the world. So there's like shades of Terminator and shades of Kyle Reese and Paul Bettany's character, the Angel Michael. So that's kind of it. It's like a bunch of they got like a motley crew of strangers in a diner in the middle of the desert protecting, one angel protecting from the angel apocalypse. And it's really corny, but kind of a fun little genre movie. If you just if you can accept what the plot is, which is it's stupid. And there's a couple things that don't make sense, like you see in the trailer the ice cream man, and the lady, the demonic lady or whatever. They're like people that are possessed by angels. Well, it doesn't make sense why they have to be possessed by angels, because there's actual angels flying around the movie, and you have Michael and Gabriel. They didn't possess anybody. They're just angels, and they can kill people. So why do the angels have to possess people to kill them? Doesn't make sense. Other thing that's like kind of stupid is like, oh, her kid's the last hope for humanity. And it's just at some point that you've seen that plot device before. You've seen it in Terminator, but in Terminator they explain why he's the last hope for humanity, because he becomes the leader of the resistance against the machines. Here it's just, well, I gotta save your son. He's the one. And it's like, well, what is he gonna do? How is he gonna take on a bunch of angels that want to kill humanity? Lots of stupid. It's stupid. And I think the movie kind of knows that it's stupid. I mean, you look at the characters in it. You have Tyrese Gibson as like this guy is on his way to LA to court for some reason. Like so many things are just not explained. You can tell like it's been trimmed down from probably a longer script. And he's like the black guy, the troublemaker black guy, and then you have Charles S. Dutton as like a short order cook. I don't even know what a short order cook is, but he's like a cook in the diner. Uh, he's like lost his hand. He has a hook for a hand, and I don't know why I just held up my corkscrew here, but he has a hook for a hand. And you got Dennis Quaid as the guy that owns the diner, and he's like a beer drinking son of a bitch. And you have his son Lucas Black. Jeep Hansen is his name, and I think he's like the dude that was the quarterback in Friday Night Lights, and he plays this good old Southern boy. Um, it's it's a stupid movie, but it has its moments. It has its couple of scenes. Yes, the best scenes are probably in the trailer, but it's an okay time. It's one where like if it's on cable, probably give it a watch. Can't really recommend it too strongly beyond that, but it's like it's kind of it's a piece of shit, I guess. But it's one of those pieces of shit that's like almost so bad it's good. I'd probably give it like two stars out of five, 2.5 if it's a good day. So not a strong recommendation, but if you're in the mood for some like real, I mean, this is really cheesy. If you're in the mood for that, like think From Dusk Till Dawn without the quality writing of Quentin Tarantino and without as strong a premise. It's just a goofy premise that has a goofy resolution. But beyond, I liked Dennis Quaid, but I also like Paul Bettany as the Angel Michael. There's just something about him. He had some sort of Kyle Reese mojo going. The other one is an Aussie thriller slash crime drama called The Square, which it looks like it was made in 2008, but it didn't. It came out just now on DVD, and probably won't know any of the actors in it, so I won't go into who the actors are. But it's like the director is Nash Edgerton, and it was written by his brother and maybe his buddy, like Joel Edgerton and some guy named Matthew Dabner. This is your typical like crime thriller, crime drama stuff. They're all the good ones are about a bag of money, and really this genre is right up my alley. It's just the stuff I like. I've gone into this before. I love A Simple Plan. I love stuff like The Shield, which is also about a big bag of money. Um, I just, I really, really, really love this genre, and it's something that I want to do something in one day. Um, and this one here, it's a cheating couple that they decide to steal from the girl her like scumbag husband. He's involved in some criminal shit. I don't want to say whether they explain it or not, but at the beginning you don't know what it is. but that you know that she knows he has a bag of money and she wants to steal it so her and her lover can run away. And, it's just too big of an opportunity for her to pass up. She brings it up to the guy that she's fucking, and he's like, I don't want to do this. But, she threatens to never talk to him again, which is always, she's the femme fatale. They always make the girls the evil one in this. And Simple Plan, it's uh, Bridget Fonda or whatever. It's always the girl, the femme fatale. But I kind of like that. And, she's like, I'm not going to talk to you again. So he, like, reconsiders. He's like, fine, fuck it. We'll take the money. And they come up with a plan to take the money. And of course, the famous, last words or famous first words is, we're not going to hurt anybody. It's not like yeah, it's a crime, but we're not going to hurt anybody. We're just taking some money. And of course, things don't go as planned at all. Everything falls apart. Um, I think it's pretty well made, well acted, well conceived, well plotted entry in the genre. I just don't feel like it's something that we haven't seen before. It's like, kind of like Fargo, but not as good, or Simple Plan, but not as good. I heard it's really similar to Blood Simple, but I don't. I've seen Blood Simple, but I don't remember it that well, so I'm not gonna like make any statements about that. But yeah, I mean, you've seen these movies, you've seen the Square for the most part, but this is a well-made. I mean, like I said, not as good as the genre leaders like Fargo or Simple Plan, but it's pretty solid. And I say if you're into like crime dramas and stories about bags of money that get a bunch of people killed, watch The Square. It's pretty cool. Uh, like I said, well acted and all that. The only thing is, the ending is a little abrupt. It's like some bad shit happens and then it kind of ends, and you're like, well, I would have liked maybe just one more scene or two. But the fact where they end it where it does, I'm not going to spoil anything. But the fact that they end it where it is, it kind of emphasizes what the meaning behind the story is, and why this guy decided to do it in the first place, and that he loves this girl. He wants to escape his wife and he wants to be with her, and he doesn't. He'll do something terrible to do it. But it's good, and the movie does have some really tense moments, and it's almost stomach turning. Some of the stuff that happens and the situations that our characters get forced into, or that they force themselves into. Um, if you like the genre, The Square, it's definitely worth checking out. I mean, there's not that many recent releases out there on DVD that are that good, anyways. And so Square is better than most of them. I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars, and check it out. Next up, I will probably do a review of this movie called The Experiment, starring Adrian Brody and Forest Whitaker, which is loosely based on the Milgram studies that I think was at Stanford University. Basically, in like the early '70s, they took a bunch of college students and they separated them into groups, like you're prisoners and you're guards. They're simulating like prison life, and it's weird because the college students fell right into those roles. Like they almost immediately started abusing the guards started abusing the prisoners, like sexually, physically. Uh, Really kind of ugly stuff happened, and it's real. The movie, I think, probably stretches it a little bit, but I love Forest Whitaker. He was amazing in The Shield. I think Adrian Brody is a pretty solid actor. Um, the trailer for it looks cool. Look up the trailer for The Experiment. It's weird that's a straight to DVD release, but that makes me even more interested in seeing what went wrong with it, or what went right, and they just didn't think it was marketable, and like you got a little gem on your hands. So, is The Experiment a gem or just a piece of shit that they buried for a reason? I'll find out. I'm gonna watch it right now, I think, before I pass out. But thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. Really, I would really love if you could give me some tips on how to get some subscribers, because it's not working so far. Anyways, thank you. Bye.